Yo guys, Punkrat another video, in fact with another twinking video. So I promised you guys that I'd go through the list and try to do as many of these as possible, but most likely I'm probably going to focus on the ones that I think are probably the most interesting or maybe the most broken for whatever level range you plan on twinking in. The first twink guide that I did was the 19 Hunter, which is personally one of my favorites to do, and it's what I'm working on in Classic right now. I named that character Punkrat Jr. But my second favorite twink, which is something that I used to play on all the time back in original vanilla, is the Shaman Twink, the enhancement Shaman Twink from level 39 or 49, whatever you prefer. Now the common consensus out there is that the 39 Shaman Twink is the most powerful, so that's exactly what we're going to be covering today. I'm going to try to sell you on the strength and also go over everything that you need to do in order to execute on this properly. So here we go, this is my 39 Shaman Twinking guide. Let's get into it. So obviously we know that shamans are only available on Horde side. This means the only races that can actually play it are obviously the Horde ones. The three choices that you have are Troll, Tauren, and Orc. Which one's the best? Well, honestly, it's pretty much hands down the Orc, and Orc. Orcs have axe specialization. Now, most people say that this is actually a factor, and it's kinda not. Improved axe skill works against mobs that are higher level than you, so gaining plus, I guess, expertise, we're gonna call it, is not super relevant within the context of PvP. But orcs have, obviously, hardiness, which gives them an increased 25% chance to resist the stun. A lot of people will say that this is 25% increase on the base, which is actually quite low, but no, this is an increased 25% chance to resist. This is why orcs resist pretty much 1/4 of the stuns that you try to apply onto them. And next, orcs have Blood Fury, which of course is basically like a trinket pop, and the reason why this is so good on an enhancement shaman, obviously giving them an increased attack power and then proccing into a Wind Fury is pretty insane if you think about it. When it comes to Taurens and Trolls, Taurens obviously not the worst thing ever. Twinks do have a ton of HP, so having percent health as a passive racial is kind of significant. Being able to stun people around you, it's not the worst. And Trolls have berserking, so they can, increase their haste, attack faster. It's not the worst thing ever, but the clear, concise winner is for sure the Orc. Alright, so next, let's quickly go over the best in slot gear that you can run on a Shaman Twink. For the helmet, you can get the White Bandit Mask, which is really bonkers. It gives you 11 strength and 11 agility. This is probably the highest DPS helmet that you can get on a Shaman at this level. Alternatively, some people will tell you to get the Expert Gold Miner's helmet. This is actually a very rare drop from Alderman if I'm not mistaken, but I really wouldn't bother with this because as I just stated, plus axe skill is not relevant, and I'm pretty sure that plus axes only applies to one-handers. You'd actually have to have increases two-handed axe skill by +7 for it to be relevant, so this is not on the list. When it comes to neck, you obviously want the Scout's Medallion. This you get as a rep reward from doing Warsong Gulch. For the shoulders, you'll probably want to get the Flint Rock shoulders. These are super good. And the best items that you can get on an enhancement shaman are generally the trifecta of stats. You want strength, agility, and stamina all together. For the cloak, you'll get the Battle Hard Cape, which has 8 stamina and 10 attack power. Or you could get the Dark Hooded Cape, which is probably better considering agility and strength are your best 2 stats, especially when combined together on one item. The chest, you want the Quillword Harness, which gives you agility and strength. It's just a ton of damage. The bracers that you want are the branded leather bracers. These you get from High Inquisitor Fairbanks and Scarlet Monastery in the Cathedral. For gloves, you want the Gloves of Holy Might. These right now are selling for really cheap, so I'd buy them right now. Honestly, I don't see them getting much more expensive. 20 attack power, 1% chance to crit. These are really good. You'll probably get them for maybe 25-30 gold. And for the belt, you want the Ogron Sash. Alternatively, when Wrathy Basin comes out, you'll be able to get the Rep Reward belt from AB, which is really good as well. But the Ogron Sash is going to be good regardless of whether or not that one's available. For the legs, you want to get the Basilisk Hide Pants, 21 agility, 8 stamina. It's just a ton of crit. Boots, you want to get the Tracker's Boots. And the rings that you want are the Assault Band, which has 20 attack power and 7 stamina, and the Legionnaire's Band, which you get from Warsong Outriders rep once again. When it comes to trinkets, one of them that you're going to be using is the Insignia of the Horde, which dispels immobilizing slows and stun effects. Snares, stuns, and slows are actually the bane of a shaman, so this trinket is really good for you. Shamans are susceptible to CC and being locked down, so being able to dispel yourself from all of those effects is probably one of the best things that you can do. And in the second slot, you want to either get the Tidal Charm, the Arena Grandmaster, or pretty much any engineering trinket that you can get. The Death Ray, the Net, the Chicken, whatever it is, they're all pretty much broken. And when it comes to weapon, this is the most important thing, and this weapon is the main reason why people are so fond about playing enhancement shamans at level 39. I mentioned this in my most OP items when it comes to twinking in vanilla, and the Pendulum of Doom was the first one that I had to cover. It's absolutely broken. And as I just stated, it's the core behind the enhancement shaman at 39. It has a 4.0 attack speed with a 187 top end, which is absolutely bonkers for level 39. And then on top of those base stats, it has a chance to deliver a fatal wound for 250 to 350 damage. This is pretty much the same amount of damage that a storm strike would do at that level. So it's basically like an extra attack. It's almost like a seal of the Crusader. That on top of Wind Fury procs gives you the opportunity to pretty much one-shot anybody in your path if the stars aligned. When it comes to talents, you probably want to run something along the lines of this. It's just a basic build. You're going for most of the offensive talents within the tree. And obviously the saddest thing is that you don't get access to Storm Strike at this level, but it's not the end of the world because pretty much everyone in the level bracket doesn't get access to their final ability in the talent tree. When it comes to enchants, it's pretty simple. You want to get 100 HP on your helm and your legs. This is from the Libram enchant, Libram of Constitution. You want to get +3 agility to cloak, plus 100 HP to chest, plus agility or plus strength to gloves, plus strength to your bracers, or alternatively you can get plus stamina depending on what your playstyle is. Boots, you probably want to get increased movement speed since the one issue that you deal with on a shaman is being kited. And then weapon, 100% you want Crusader. As an orc, you can pop Blood Fury and then get Crusader proc on top of that for an 100 strength bonus, and just imagine the potential when it comes to proccing a Wind Fury proc on top of that. So why are enhancement shamans broken? Or broken, I guess, at level 39. There's actually a ton of reasons why. The first one, like I just stated, is the Pendulum of Doom. They have access to the best weapon that you can get at this level. Secondly is shamans are actually quite sturdy and viable at this level range, more so than at level 60. At level 60, when power creep starts to settle in, mages, rogues, warriors, all of these classes start to get extremely powerful, but while leveling up, they're not nearly as powerful. For instance, rogues can't just one-shot you in stun combos like they do at level 60. Mages don't, for the most part, don't have the ability to one-shot you with full combos. Warriors, everyone knows warriors at low levels are basically like the worst thing on planet Earth. But enhancement shamans happen to be really, really strong. And the greatest part about it is that they have access to pretty much most of what they need to thrive. It's very similar. You're playing a very similar style at level 39 to what you would at level 60 on a shaman. You have access to probably more utility than most other classes, maybe omitting the mage. Grounding Totem, Earthbind Totem, Frost Shock, Earth Shock, Purge, Wind Fury procs. And one of the strongest things that you have access to at that level is Ghost Wolf. At level 60, Ghost Wolf is kind of useless. It's actually very rare that you'll see a shaman make use out of casting Ghost Wolf mid-combat at all. It's not like Travel Form with druids where it's constantly dispelling all roots and snares on them, and it's an instant cast on top of that. You have to cast Ghost Wolf. You can get talents to make the cast faster, but it still has to be hard casted, and it doesn't remove slows and snares off of you. But in the level 39 range, nobody has a mount. Everyone's one level off from getting their mount, so everyone's just running around on foot. But as a shaman, you're able to get to places much faster. So from a macro level of gameplay in Warsong Gulch or AB once that's released, shamans are able to get to places quicker. Shamans are able to chase you down, they're able to run away, they're able to achieve a higher level of speed than pretty much everyone else, omitting maybe the druid and the hunter with aspect of the pack, or aspect of the cheetah rather. There's two things that make a class really viable within a twink bracket: access to specific items that are broken for the level range, which clearly 39 shamans do get access to, and being fully fleshed out within their skill set on top of that. Those two factors are definitely true, and mix that in with the fact that other classes are weaker at this level range. Like I just stated, shamans are the clear-cut winners. In fact, 39 enhancement shamans are so powerful that I've literally seen a 39 shaman fully decked out with like 2,500 HP, which is kind of similar to what you'd have maybe at level 60 on a fresh mage, one shot a level 60 mage, meaning the Wind Fury combo that you have at level 39 is so powerful that it can one-shot fresh level 60 characters. Of course, if their armor values are low enough. I don't think much else really needs to be said. The fact that you can do from 1,500 to 2,000 damage in a single Wind Fury combo with a level 39 character is pretty bonkers. Now combine that with the fact that you're above level 35, this means that you get access to all of the engineering tricks and knickknacks available, so you can max out your engineering. You can get a Gnomish Death Ray, which can flat hit for 2,000 damage on top of everything that you have. You can get Spell Reflectors and Fire, Shadow, and Frost, Battle Chicken, Mechanical Dragonling, Netomatic, Mortar, grenades, and grenades are probably one of the most important thing on a shaman. Going against, let's say, a mage, if he frost novas you and he's trying to cast a shatter, you can earth shock one of the frost bolts, you can grounding totem another one, you could grenade him on his frostbolt cast, you can stop him from being able to shatter into that nova for the 8-second duration easily by cycling all of your utility. So that's pretty much the video. Hopefully I gave you guys all the information that you need to succeed on a 39 Shaman Twink, hopefully with the little bit of salesmanship that I applied there at the end to explain to you guys why I think Shaman Twinks at this level bracket are so bonkers, sold you on the potential. And also hopefully some of you guys get inspired to make one and have a great time doing it. The beauty about playing a twink is whenever you're bored on your 60 characters, because sometimes there's just nothing to do if you're not ranking, if you have enough gold or you don't necessarily care too much about gold, you just want a little bit of a change of scenery and step into a BG where you're just this absolutely overpowered raid boss. Twinking is really fun. I'm sure the twink brackets are doing really well right now, considering that we have cross-realm BGs. It wouldn't surprise me that all of the lower level brackets had pretty much consistent BGs popping, or maybe small wait times. So I hope you guys have a great time if you want to run this, or if you want to run something else. And maybe if you guys want to see another twink guide after this, if you guys want to steer me towards a specific class, then go ahead and leave that in the comments. But like usual, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill, soldiers. Hit the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a new video straight out of the render oven. And with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.